Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Watchalong with your boy, BaseDaKID, and Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV, who is not here at the moment. He will be here very, very shortly, but we had to get this started. Wanted to make sure everyone was fine, everyone was okay, everyone was well. So, hello. Hope you are all doing well. As soon as he does jump onto the stream, you guys will see. I think he's just finishing off a few last minute bits and pieces. Things a little bit different, obviously. Because we're doing a little joint thing, I couldn't put up my regular the intro graphic that I put up. So yeah, you guys are kind of got something a little bit different. All the normal, any of the background music you usually hear is on a different system. So yeah, we've got something, a little less hardcore casually, and we're just kind of gonna make it do what it do for the time being. I want to apologize to everyone in advance because so just out of nowhere I started getting a random cold from like Friday night, and it just started to hit me about 6 hours ago, and my nose has been running ever since. So I may have to blow my nose from time to time. So when he is on the stream, I may just jump off to go and handle that, or turn off the camera or something like that, just so I can kind of give you guys as good a experience as possible. But I hope that it shouldn't deter me and be too much of a problem. But yes, how is everybody? What's everyone doing? I should even change. Hold on, let me change the. I didn't even think about changing my banner colors, to be honest. Oh, shout out to Star Fox, who left a comment a couple hours ago. They say, Danny's pulling up. Is this a way to swindle us out of yet another boxing talk live? You guys are not slick. No, it's Fight Talk Live, and that is happening later on. I believe it will definitely be Danny October. I may be on there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's happening at 6 o'clock. So that is happening, just to allay your fears. Right, let's see. Primary color. Let's change that to there, and then there we go. I think that would do. Yeah, so you guys should have seen in real time. Name. I wonder if that font is let me take a look. Well, hopefully you guys can read it. But
Yeah.
There he is. He's pulled up to the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what's going on?
Danny, say what's up to the people. They've been waiting for you.
Yo, what's up, people? Hope everything's well. Everything's blessed. Yes. Thank you for your patience. I just came back from a job. Funny enough, I met a guy whilst at the job who recognized me. He was like, "Oh, are you Danny Glover?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." You know the set. I did the old jazz. He says he's one of the great defeaters, so yeah, recognized me from there.
Okay, I'm glad that you continued that sentence the way you did because it was taking a left turn there. Like we don't meet guys like it's not what we do. That's not what
No,
we do, champ. Like just let you know.
no, I was at work. I was at work.
Uh,
Oh, I was,
and I appreciate you. Thank you very much for yeah. It was I was saying to the people that on my stream, it just randomly sort of came up where it's like, yo, why don't we just do it both together? The stream, seeing as we're both going to be doing one anyway, we might as well merge the just sort of just merge everything together. And so far, I'm just literally here trying to look up fonts because this is a totally new studio that I opened up. I'm just seeing what kind of works best for the names and that. I mean, I do like the permanent marker one, but I don't know how nicely it shows up on here. So, oh, okay, that looks cool. I think I'll leave it there. Oh, let me get into the chat real quick. That's it. Danny finishing up at the club, paying up the bouncers and that. He looks like that kind of guy.
No, I would have actually been back sooner, but I ended up having to go round the corner to help out at another club because one guy decided to walk off the job. You know these young youths, they ain't got they just got no resilience. Like a man, it's something about he didn't like the way the manager spoke to him, so he just walked off the job. It's like,
Okay, so
one of them brothers.
yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. At times, if it benefits me, I can be like that at work. But more time than not, we're old schools. Like we come from times where we're just the generation just after when it stopped being legal for the teachers to hit the pupils with the ruler and thing. So we're used to being yelled at or being reprimanded and not having to not citing mental health issues and stuff like that. So yeah.
But the teacher still, I remember in infant school, there was a teacher called Miss Peter. She used to like proper yank us though, still like proper like yank us, and yeah, that was a bit traumatizing. I remember I met her years later, when I was probably about in my late 20s on the DLR, and I was still recognize her. I was like, "You're Miss Peters, ain't you?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I remember you from when I was in infant school." So I've got to be what, 5 at them times. About 23 years later, I still recognized her. So yeah, man. And she was kind of old then, or maybe she just looked old. But people looked older in general back then. So yeah.
Yeah, it is. But look, so the chief support's just about to start. So Guido Vianello and Alexis Berriere. How much do you know about Berriere? Because I know a lot about Guido, and I've seen Berriere fight before. But just what's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm glad that because remember I set the thing for, well, when I was originally going to do it for 250. I know you were going to start 230, but I really just wanted to see this fight and the main event because Berriere, a big powerful man. Remember, he was one of the guys in contention of the Who Done It on the cut on Fury, if you remember, on the first Usyk fight, and I think it was him. I don't know, but he was definitely in the running of one of the people who done it, and a lot of people said it was him. They thought
I
it was
mean,
him.
it looked like him, but then they said it was Argon Smakichi.
Yeah, who Ajit Caballero had a good rockers with. But yeah, he's definitely a man who's capable because he's a big puncher. I've seen him fight a few times. We've obviously seen Guido Vianello fight a few times as well. So this is going to be a real. I think this is going to be a really good fight and a good shootout between two big punchers. Vianello's got some skills as well, but I'm really looking forward to this heavyweight dust up.
All right, so just to make sure, where are you, on your stream, can you see Alexis making his ring walk?
No, I'm seeing him. Hold on, because I'm watching this on. Why it showed him on the pads?
Yeah, please double check to make sure that you are live.
Oh, now yeah. Sorry, yeah, now he's live. Yeah. I think
Because I've got him in the ring, sort of hopping around, getting his gloves checked at the minute.
Wait, hold on. Why is it? What do I press? Okay, back to live. Yeah, he's walked. Just. Why is this thing? All right, loading.
Oh, you got the slow Wi-Fi.
No. He's in the ring now.
Diamante doing the ring at the announcement.
Yeah, he's speaking. That's why I put it down. Some woman in some fancy jacket behind him.
All right, cool. Just so that we're kind of at least in the same spot, so I don't start reacting before you or vice versa.
Yeah. I don't like the way this Wi-Fi is moving tonight. Oh. And I'm watching it legit zone, man. Can't be doing like this. This is my subs.
All right. Well, what I'll do.
I'm coming out of it, and I'm going to log back in it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, because apparently, well, for one of my watchers earlier on, they said I was about. I think they said I was like 40 seconds ahead of them or something, and they said they was watching legit. But I was like, I'm sorry, I can't pause it for 40 seconds because then I'll be mad behind. But I just told them to refresh their live stream and hopefully that would fix it. And they didn't message back, so hopefully I think that did fix it.
Okay. All right, there we go.
But Alexis is currently being announced.
Okay, yeah. And the guy's clapping and cheering behind him.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, he went like that. He took his cap off. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Defense coming off. Yeah, cool.
Let me know who wins so I can put on a bet. I'm going to Alexis to win late stoppage, possibly on cuts, because Guido's never been knocked down before, but he's been stopped on cuts.
Get that CMOS, man.
Last minute stuff, man. It always wants to happen when you got things to do.
I know.
I've got my tea. I just had some cold and flu, so I'm going to kill it before Monday. All right, the bells just rang for the round one.
Yep.
Now, do you want to do the commentary or should I? Which one of us wants to be the color commentator?
You be the color commentator in this one.
All right, you be the analyst, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Alexis is moving around the ring. Oh, Guido just caught him with a nice right hand. Caught him with a little shot to the back of the head there. Referee splits them. He's warning them about the back of the head shots. So 2:25 to go. Alexis is southpaw. Pouring with that lead hand. Trying to get himself on the inside. Bouncing up and down. Guido is holding his feet more so than Alexis at the moment. Alexis is used to sort of coming forward and being the aggressor, but he's definitely giving Guido the respect I feel like he deserves. Guido just missed that straight backhand, and now they get separated again. We are coming up to 1 minute and 50 seconds. Alexis just missed the backhand left. Guido followed up, and the referee's broken them again with 1 minute 40 coming in. You can see that orthodox and that southpaw stance, they're sort of finding themselves a little bit at range, just trying to figure out the feet and the movement. How are you kind of assessing how it's going so far?
Mate, I've just had to log out of the zone thing again because it froze on me. I don't know what is going on. If it's this late night Wi-Fi, but I've had to night saying getting things ready for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me carry on with the.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alexis is the one moving around the ring. Guido is definitely trying to hold the center, and he's actually not moving as much as I'm used to seeing him move. I wonder if that's because he doesn't respect, maybe not so much he doesn't respect the power, but he feels like because he's the more experienced, he can take the center and make his opponent have to work, because this is a bit different from him to what I'm used to seeing. They're both trying to establish lead hand, but the orthodox and the southpaw are not really allowing the jab, either guy's jab, to properly get off. But Alexis with a nice body, no, sorry, it was Guido with a nice body shot there. Oh, and a straight backhand as well, which caught Alexis right down the middle. But Alexis is now taking the center of the ring, trying to establish range. We've got 10 seconds to go. Guido with another shot, looks like it partially landed, it's partially blocked. Oh, and another straight. Oh, and then Alexis' legs buckled a bit there. Okay, that was definitely a Guido round for me. He's definitely on the front foot here. Sugar Hill's gonna have to get some work done. Oh, he's only the assistant. So Marc-Andre Gauthier. Oh, okay. So he's his main trainer.
Brian Peters, the cut man.
Yep, good old Brian.
And BB Hudson is the assistant as well.
It's weird though, because Sugar Hill was the person I saw up on stage with him at the press conference. So it's weird that the assistant is the guy on stage and not your actual proper trainer. Unless that was a last minute switch, or they've put it the wrong way around, because Sugar's the one in the ring giving all the direction.
Yeah, but I think that guy's probably his main coach up in Canada. That's probably why.
Possibly.
Yeah. That's probably who he does most of his work with.
Okay, so round 2 starting now. Okay, so both in the center. Oh, Guido with a nice little sort of arcing left hook there. Alexis threw a good backhand to the body, but Guido's taken center and he's holding center and he's holding his feet. Alexis tried for the backhand, just missed. Guido's all with a nice backhand down the pipe. Guido swinging a bit wildly, but he did catch Alexis there. Right, Dani's just gone backstage, people. Oh, Guido, big left hand there by Alexis to rock Guido's head back, so he looks like he's got a little damage on the left eye as well. They're both in the center, but Alexis is still the one moving. He's actually reminding me a little bit in this fight a southpaw Justice Hooney, the way that he's actually sort of moving, bouncing up and down and trying to get in and out of range. Oh, Guido got caught with a counter there, and it looks like it wobbled him a bit because he backed off a bit. Alexis got underneath the shot, held on, the referee splitting them with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go right now. I think Alexis has found his rhythm a little bit more. Guido still trying to hold center, still rushing some of his shots. That nice little shot there down the pipe by Guido, but Alexis has come back with his own shot. Backhand there by Alexis. He's trying to establish the jab. He's having a bit of trouble with it. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. When Guido's throwing his shot, he's falling in afterwards and smothering himself, so not getting any extension on those shots. Alexis has had the much better accuracy there with a backhand straight up top there on as he was exiting out on the retreat. Oh, nice little 1-2 there by Alexis from the southpaw stance. Guido's definitely catching and being caught with these shots. It looks more like Alexis has found his rhythm and his range here. Oh, nice little 1-2 there by Alexis, and another one slipping the backhand there by Guido. Guido's trying to get the jab in play, but Alexis is actually doing a lot better with the lead hand control. Sharp backhand there by Alexis. 10 seconds to go. Guido shoots over the top as Alexis ducks, misses a lead uppercut as well. That was definitely Alexis Barriere round. Guido had a lot of success in the first round, but it looks like Alexis has made some adjustments, moving nicely to the left, managing to slip quite a few of the shots on the inside. Dani's backstage, ladies and gentlemen. He's just I think he's trying to sort out his Wi-Fi. He'll jump back in a moment. There he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
How did you see that one? If you watched it?
No, I didn't. I just had to go onto the other form now because the app, the DAZN app, is just being stupid.
Okay. All right. So where are you in the?
Well, they're in the corner. Robert Lamson, Simon Dalisori, Federico Catizone, and
okay. So I'm literally just seeing the highlights of the round. And round 3 is just started now.
Okay.
Okay, so Guido is still sort of being a bit more flat-footed. I guess he's trying to draw and generate power, thinking that he can catch Alexis on the way in. Alexis is moving a lot. 2 minutes and 38 seconds. It's me. Oh, nice backhand there by Alexis at 2:27. Guido tried for his own backhand. Alexis dodged it. Shot to the body there by Alexis.
Okay, I'm 10 seconds behind you, which is not bad.
Okay, cool. We'll sync up at the break.
Yeah.
All right, so Alexis is he's doing well to kind of keep moving to Guido's left so he can't employ the right hand. Just hit him with a 1-2 piece down the pipe. 1 minute and 50 to go. It hits him with another straight backhand as Guido fell in. And another 2-1 there by Alexis. Guido falls into the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice little backhand there by Alexis. He's definitely found his range, and Guido tries for his own shot, but Alexis has got he's got these shots coming in. Guido with a nice jab there, but Alexis comes back with his own shots. Vianello is not moving the way I'm used to seeing him move. I'm not sure why he's not employing his natural speed here. He's trying to be the big man in there, but I don't know if he's got the big man power.
Yeah, what it is for me, his legs seem too straight for me at the moment. He needs to put a bit more bend in his knee so he can get more bounce and move more fluidly in and out. Because he's so straight legged, this is what's making him a static target, which is helping Barriere land the shots like the 2-1 and the, wouldn't say pull counter, right? But as Vianello's falling in, he's just walking literally into the straight back left hand.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Oh, a nice little counter left hook there by Alexis as he it was like a pull hook as Guido fell in. Um,
Mm.
yeah, you just seen it as well. So now Alexis his constant movement is offsetting Guido's. Oh, a big 2-1 there by Alexis with 15 seconds to go coming up. He's definitely found his range. He knows what he's looking for here. Guido is a sitting target for half of these shots.
Oh,
That's the end of the round for me. Let me know what seconds you're at.
I'm at the 9. Yeah, end of the round.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause mine for a few seconds and then I'll start again, so hopefully we can sync up. But yeah, what's your thoughts of it so far?
Yeah, Alexis Berrier, he's using better, cute boxing technique rather than brawn, which is what I thought more Vianello would employ tactic-wise. But it seems like he's actually getting outfoxed by Berrier, showing some great boxing skills tonight. Reminded me a bit similarly to Arslanbek Makhmudov tonight, where he was actually reverting back to what his amateur pedigree and using some really good boxing skills and good engine to get him through to beat Dave Allen in there tonight.
Yeah, 93 Octane says if Guido has an impressive performance, there will be any interest for Moses' fight. I could see him being someone that they give to Moses, but it won't be the next fight. It might be a fight after.
Yeah.
But there definitely won't be any matchroom guys. I think they've almost got like an unwritten agreement at the minute. Oh,
They both just ran out at each other.
yeah.
Oh!
And tripping over the front foot. Guido's trying to impose. Oh, nice little leaping left hook there by Guido, but he missed it. Alexis trips over. Referee says no knockdown. 2:30 to go, but Alexis catches him with a backhand as he comes in. Guido with a body shot there. Oh, catches him with a little left hook as he exited out from the right. Alexis still sort of moving around the ring. Guido's trying to be the big man, imposing his will. Both in the
out with purpose this round.
Yeah, Alexis is referee's telling Guido not around the back of the head. Alexis with a couple little dirty body shots on the inside as the referee splits them again at 2 minutes to go. Ooh. Both just trying to stay on each other's chest at this point in time. 150. Oh, big left hand there by Alexis as Guido jumped in again. He just can't get to grips with that southpaw stance. And Alexis is doing well to keep his foot on the outside. Big left hand there by Alexis off the ropes. Guido's trying to keep the tried to pin him on the ropes with the lead hand. He was doing some good work, but now they've been split up in the center of the ring by the referee. 125 to go. Oh, big left hand there by Alexis. Guido tries for the uppercut. Gets tagged on the inside as he was trying to throw his own shot, Guido. Alexis just seems a bit quicker than him, with better reflexes. And big left hand there as Guido falls in yet again. The referee breaks them with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. This round, they really got some intentions there, Dani.
Yeah, it seems like there's a little nick under the left eye of Guido, and she's just walked into a straight counter, left hand pull counter Floyd style. But as you said earlier, you was thinking maybe he's
hurt. Oh no, Guido's got it. Oh, just give into the uppercut. Alexis is having to survive here, but he's down. Oh, whoa. Is he gonna make the 4, 5, 6? And he was doing so well. 8, he's like, are you good? The referee's telling him to walk. The referee's gonna wave this off. The referee's gonna wave this. Oh gosh, he is tired or he's hurt. He's both. Oh no! This is not what they wanted. Matchroom's second latest heavy. Oh my god, Guido is on a rampage. Oh, Saved by the Bell.
Zach Morris.
Man like AC Slater and that. Oh my gosh. This is not what Eddie Hearn wanted for one of their latest signings, although he'll say he's co-promoted by us.
Well, whoever was asking if Guido's gonna be Moses' next opponent, I'll take that as a no.
Well, I mean, for Guido, quite possibly. If he
Well, if he pulls this off, they're not gonna really throw Moses in with a man.
Do you know what they might do? Because now that he's on, he's not on a top rank show. He's actually on DAZN. People who watch DAZN, they'll all kind of recognize the face, and they'll put all the promo behind it. Like I said, it won't be the next fight, but might be the fight after.
Oh, mate.
Guido might get himself into some top 10 rankings after this one, or top 15s at least.
Oh.
All right, so both straight back to the center circle. All right, Alexis looks down. Guido's letting them hands go. Alexis. Oh my gosh. Straight down.
Timber.
Finished. It's over.
Yeah, he ain't getting up.
7, 8. No, the referee said no. The eyes are gone. And my goodness, man, like Guido came. He's like, okay, he's collecting O's right about now. And it's a shame because Alexis was actually doing extremely well. One shot, he got caught with one shot, just took everything out of him. Yeah. It looks before that like Guido was the one that was going to go. His legs buckled on a couple of occasions there.
Man, that just shows to show you heavyweight boxing. One punch can turn a fight on its head, and Guido Vianello, yeah, man.
And if you remember, well, because this is basically, it was Alexis's debut for Matchroom. He was supposed to have a fight, I think it was a few months ago, and it got called. I think he got injured just before the fight. I wonder if that might have caused an issue with him and everything. But
well, man's still on the canvas,
Yeah, and how often do they normally give them oxygen in the US? Like,
yeah,
he is hurt. I need to see the shot that done it. Obviously, we were a few seconds behind the others. Everyone else watching, because we synced up, so maybe they'll see it and they can put it in the comments beforehand. But
straight left,
straight,
right.
I think it might have been that ear. Was it that ear shot?
No. Oh, it's the graze.
Oh, so that was the second one, yeah. But I think it started from the shot the side of the ear. But I need to see the first ones from the
round
side.
before though.
Round before that caused the problem. Oh man. Show us the round before though. That's everything. That's stuff that started it all. That's what we need to see.
Yeah, because they didn't even show the round before in the replays.
Yeah. Is that Andre Rosier in the front row? I mean, maybe so. Guido, maybe he's still with Top Rank. Maybe they might try and get him a little co-pro to come work with DAZN.
And
that's another one I got. I really thought that Alexis. I didn't expect him to move as much as he was moving, but I definitely thought he'd open up a cut because Guido's multiple cuts in his career, and they seem to be the bane of his life. And again, he was doing well. Like the first round was tough, but from round 2, 3, like he was actually like outlanding Guido, like hitting him, hurting him. And then round 4, right towards the end, it changed. I need to see it again to find out what happened.
Yeah,
it's heavyweight boxing.
Trust me. He's got that guy in his corner. I forgot the guy's name, but he's an Italian super middleweight. He beat the young upstart because I remember the guy came over. He was sparring Craig. Matchroom. This is before Craig left Matchroom the first time.
Okay.
The Italian guy.
Well, I guess he's gonna be out of contract with Matchroom now.
You think so?
Let's be honest, they're not gonna bring him back. Not if he loses his debut.
Yeah, but Matchroom don't have enough heavyweights to be. Frank can do the whole winner stays on at heavyweight, but Matchroom, they need heavyweights.
Yeah, but that's the point. So they're only gonna keep the ones that are gonna win, or they believe will win, because they're trying to compete with Frank. Because Frank's got everybody. So if you look, I'll tell you who they got, right? So Lenny Apero, who obviously Jordan Thompson's taking on the 1st of November. Yeah. He's a co-promotion with them, but he's like in his mid-30s, early to mid-30s.
Might even be a bit
they had Alexis. They got Terra Moana. They got Leo Atang. They got Johnny Fisher. They got Dave Allen, both of who just lost. Obviously Anthony Joshua, who's almost out the door, basically. And Justice Hooney, who obviously is still coming off of the loss to Fabio Wardley, and then eventually Jaya Patel when he moves up to heavyweight. Like, they're not going to keep a guy. I'm not saying that Guido's bad, but I've never rated him as like a top 10 or a top 15 guy. If Alexis lost to him, they ain't going to keep Alexis.
Not even top 15.
No, I don't think he's top 15.
Top 20?
I think top 30 guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though, remember, he took out Makhmadov, remember, in 8,
Yeah, but that was after Makhmadov got beat by Caballero. So the luster and the shine for Makhmadov kind of came off of him a bit at that point. Let's not forget, he got knocked out, technically, even though it was on cuts, but he got knocked out by Johnny Rice, who weren't a top 15 guy.
Yeah.
So,
but that was before. But he's improved since then, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not saying
the last time out he gave your boy Richard Torres a good fight.
No, to be honest, he barely did anything in that fight apart from hold and spoil. He made the fight just dirty and horrible to watch, but he was comprehensively beat in that fight.
Yeah, no, he's definitely comprehensively beat.
I mean, top 20 to 30, I'll put him in there somewhere. He's serviceable.
Yeah, I'll put him in the 20. I'll put him in the 20.
That's me.
But he's definitely a man who you'd like on your cards. He's good for a heavyweight action on your cards.
Yeah, in terms of like, if you just want sort of depth guys, a couple depth guys to test your up and comers or to see what you've got in maybe your highest prospects, he's that kind of guy. But I just don't think he's a guy that you're going to try and pin your hopes on to get you to the top of the
world glory.
Yeah.
But you know what he could do? Being Italian, I think he should look to go for the European route at some stage. Because he's definitely European standard to me.
Like I said, Guido's serviceable. My comments was more towards Alexis. Like, if you're losing to Guido, you're not going to get kept on. Like, they're not going to give him the comeback.
Especially like that, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's a bad look.
As much as Eddie and them say, look, if you give it your all, like, we'll bring you back and everything. But I think that only really applies to the guys that they don't have, or they didn't have any hopes in anyway. Like, when you look at sort of their big or the prospects that they expected to go to the top, right? So, someone like, say, Campbell Hatton, yeah. They gave him the opportunities because of the name that he had, but ultimately, like, because he couldn't get to even the, through area level, they're like, well, you're not, and they basically said you're going to have to start working on the small shows.
Yeah, we can't do anything with you.
Yeah. So it's not like, oh, we'll keep bringing you back because you got the name recognition. Like, if like Alexis lost, say, at world level, like he lost to someone like maybe a Fabio Wardley or like a Derek Chisora or something like that. Possibly, someone in the upper echelon or one of the big prospects. Then you say, okay, cool, bring you back. Maybe it was just one of them ones. Unless they say, okay, you know what? Let's bring you back to see what you've got. But they won't put him in a fight to like a confidence rebuilder. They'll put him back in a hard fight and say, all right, let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Like, can you like sink or swim? This is your moment. You either win it or or you're done. Basically, that's kind of how I feel that they would act. I don't agree with it. I definitely think that they should keep them for depth, but you see how they've been thinning out their roster anyway, literally only trying to look for the cream of the crop. If you look at the
punch stats,
yeah, I mean the percentile definitely goes towards Barreri. Like, it looked to me like he actually landed more than 34 shots.
Yeah, it looked like that to me as well.
Yeah.
But maybe all those accumulation of that 47 was done during the sort of
first round. Yeah, the first and the fourth and the fifth probably.
Yeah.
True.
But if you looked at probably the other punch stats of the rounds, he weren't landing much. He was getting caught. He was getting walked into shots.
Yeah. Shout out to Starfolk, said Shalom will sweep up these crumbs for the PPC.
Stop it! Well, hey, Berry versus Fraser Clark incoming.
I mean, maybe.
Or
TKV. I mean, look, let's not rate like Jamie can't win that fight.
I think he can. He can.
So if he seed from before said Sugar Hill taking another L, I mean, yeah, that's maybe that's something we got to look at. And then, like he said, they should throw in the towel. So this is all from before. He's like, oh, he's done. Yep. Looked like a temple shot. And then Starfox said, base sending Alexis to the scrap heap. No, the thing is, I want him to come back. But, 12 and 1 now, 30 years old. Will they give him the opportunity? I just don't know. They might say, all right, you know what? We'll keep you kind of in reserve, but you're going to do the rest of your fights back with Eye of the Tiger or something. And then if you get a couple wins, we'll bring you back to see, what it looks like after that. But they just might not do the because I just remember when they signed him and they put out the press release and everything. Yeah, brand new heavyweight signing. They're like, trying to get the stable together because Frank's swept up everything else.
Yeah, but I think at 30 years old, he's still not too old. I think they'll bring him back. They'll probably resurface him against a confidence builder like a Dempsey McKean, blast him out, and then try and run him again. Because the thing is, he was winning until he got caught. So it's one of them ones. You could probably think, oh, he just got caught. So there's still hope. I think Matchroom will still have hope because I don't think they're going to scrap him because, as I said, they need heavyweights. You need heavyweights at the end of the day.
But you know what's funny though? Because you see, he said he was winning till he got caught. When you was a little bit backstage, I was saying he was actually reminding me of a Southpaw Justice Hooney in the fight, the way he was moving.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Exact same story. Could that be a Matchroom curse? Like, these men just be winning fights and then just getting clipped.
The hair and the tortoise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hair and the tortoise.
Right, so what I've done, I've just moved, I've gone back to live on my screen, so I should be back to maybe 10 seconds ahead where I was before. So just see if you can reload yours and see if you sync back up. If not, then I'll just I'll move it back again.
Because I'm on the other application. Let me try the actual app again.
Shout out to Trouble Laker. Met earlier on the stream. The strongest boxing roster, Matchroom or Queensbury. In terms of a roster, Matchroom probably has a better roster because they've got the international roster as well. But if it's a heavyweight thing, it's Queensbury all day. Even though Matchroom have got some good prospects in there. But yeah, Queensberry own the heavyweight division in the UK, and there's an argument to say that they probably own middleweight as well. But everything else is pretty much Matchroom heavy. And maybe featherweight, you might say that they, Queensberry might say that they own featherweight too.
What you'd say, Matchroom own super middle?
Yeah. I think I think Matchroom got super middle. They got flyweight. Well, no, sorry, super flyweight. I think that they have got super featherweight. I think they've got 140. I think they probably got welterweight as well, seeing as they got champions there. 154, 168, 175 because they got Bivol, and they got Bivol, they got Craig, they got Ben Whitaker now, they got Khalil Cole, and then cruiserweight. Obviously, they got the King there at the minute.
Yeah, but with super middle, that's one a bit. Who would you say is their best super middleweight is?
Diego Pacheco.
You think he's better than Hamza?
I think so.
Okay, that'd be an interesting fight though.
Oh, okay, so Eddie's saying that Alexei, he takes a step back, but he gets to go again.
Yeah, man, I think that's a fair shout,
and that's fine. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you don't see him on a card for a while.
Nah, man, Eddie needs them, man. They need buff. They need some bulky guys. And the thing is, he was doing well. It weren't like he got mashed up the whole way through. He was doing well until.
What I want them to do, especially because obviously they've given Lenier Pero a fight previously, and now he's fighting Jordan Thompson. I'd like them to sign his brother as well.
Who's his brother?
Dani Pero. Now, Dani, if you haven't watched him, right? So basically, he's been fighting all of his fights like in Miami, and he's been on a couple of the MVP shows, like the most valuable prospect shows. But I don't think he signed to them. But in his last fight, let me get it up. I can't remember the guy's name. But he suffered a major scare. Like, he got knocked down heavily in like round, I think it was round 3. He was winning the fight quite comfortably. He takes a big right hand over the top, goes down, and his legs looked all over the place, but he managed to get himself back together and ended up sort of kind of just out dogging and out hustling the opponent and bossing the rest of the fight and winning quite wide on the scorecards. But the guy that he was fighting, I want to see him back. Let me get his name, because he was a cruiser. No, he was a middleweight he started his career at welterweight, right?
Yeah.
And then he didn't have a fight for like, I think it was like 3 or 4 years. Then he came back as a heavyweight. Then he went to he had a fight down, I think, at light heavy, because they said, "Oh, can you make light heavy?" He said, "Yeah." He had a fight at light heavy. He was like, "Oh no, I don't like it down there. I want to go back to being a heavyweight." And he's Mexican. He's like, "I want to be the next Mexican." No, he said he wanted to be the first like Mexican-born heavyweight champion. He's not claiming Andy Ruiz. What's in there? Dani Pero. So he's Cuban.
What is Andy not born? Or is he born in California?
No, he's born in the States, Andy.
Oh. Okay, yeah, but he's born on that borderline though.
Yeah, but
I know. If you're not there, you're not there.
Yeah,
Innit?
that's what the man said. Look, the first Mexican-born heavyweight champion of the world. His name's Cesar Navarro.
Yeah, because
Yes.
if you're New Mexico's still not Mexico.
I mean, hey, to be fair, that's the same. Like if you're born in like Nigerian, but like you're born here or you lived here the majority of your life, they look at you the same way. So it's one of them ones, isn't it?
Yeah,
Caribbean,
but there is so close though, so close.
I know, but the Caribbean, same thing with the Caribbean. Yeah, English boy, yeah, you're not from here, no? Like that's just what it is. Like as much as you go over there, as much as like you rep and you build the culture, then that's all right. We see you, but you're not from here, my youth.
Oh, it's a shame because he could.
But yeah, no, Pero was down
30 minutes.
twice in the third round, and it looked like all hope was lost. But yeah, he came back, dug it out, and won the fight strong. But Cesar Navarro, I want to see him fight again. The only problem with him is he basically just kind of ran out of gas because he's not a natural. I guess he's not a natural heavyweight. He just like carrying the weight around was I guess just kind of taking its toll. But he carries it well. But clearly you can tell that he's having to work a little extra hard to move. But he's only like 25. I definitely want to see him fight again. He's had 2 fights since then, both won by a knockout, 2 6-rounders, whereas Dani Apero hasn't even been back yet. So now, funnily enough, it says on here that Pero is 26. You can take a look at his box rec picture and tell me if you think that that's a guy that's still in his 20s. But
yeah, but it's like Frank Sanchez though. I remember when he was in his 20s. And I'm like, come on, stop it.
But Lenny Apero is, I think they say he's 33 now. 32 according to this. But to be fair, if you look at him, he kind of looks like he's maybe, to me, he looks like he could be about 35. So that could possibly, you might say, okay, yeah, you might be 32 because some people just have a couple years. They do look a little older, but
yeah.
But he's 12-0 with 8 KOs, and Dani, I believe, is 10-0 with 9 KOs. No, I think he's 11-0. Let me check again. But anyway, I think he's probably someone that Eddie and that should look to try and use to bolster he's 11-0. So Lenier's 12-0 and Danier's 11-0.
Yeah.
But they're like 6 years difference between the two of them. So obviously there's probably in that Cuban division for quite a while, like the amateurs. And by the time they came out, that was just the ages.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, that's someone who I would, if I was Eddie, I'd say have a look at and try to bring into the man like Star Fox. These Cuban and Nigerian passports in boxing need to be banned.
Listen, when I watched that Nigerian card last week Wednesday, some of these man, I was like, come on, mate, you was never in me and Base's class. You could never be in the same lesson as us. I'm sorry. You're taking the Mickey Rourke. Like,
yeah, madness.
Yeah, some of them they even put on their thing when they was 40. I was like, come on, man, you're like 50. I could look at your knees and see you're 50.
And the thing is, all you say is, if they are quote unquote 40, they've had a hard life. Things ain't gone well.
Because there was one he fought Emmanuel
Odiasi.
Yeah. And the thing is, they said he was like 40 or something. I was like, nah, you're definitely older. Because I
thought they said he was 42.
42, even that, but still, I think he was older because one, he looked older, and two, in his last fight, he got stopped by what's his name? Like Ibuchi, who's like 53 years old, and he got stopped by him in 4 rounds. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, but to be honest, though, Akabe Ibuchi is still levels above most of them, man, even though he's 53.
Yeah, but he ain't even had a fight in God knows how long, unless he had ones in the cells.
Like I said, sometimes when you're just levels above, don't matter how long you've been out, the talent's just gonna shine through. Because them man there weren't realistic. Remember, Odiasi is still a prospect, so they ain't putting him in there with anyone capable. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if Ike Ibuchi beat him.
Yeah, he did. He beat him in what it was like. The guy, it was like 4 rounds. 4 rounds.
Yeah, but that's probably all he's got. Like all he could really handle in a fight anyway, if you think about it. Like, you know, them man, he's gonna be one of them guys, a bit like Zhang, like dangerous early on, but if they get to sort of like round 5, 6, 7, it's going downhill for them. So they're gonna get you out early, or the fight's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, well, Emmanuel took the brother out in the first round.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Emmanuel is 20-something.
Yeah, I know. He's
so, 20-something to 50-something is going to take you a little time to warm up.
No, but the guy reckons he's 42, but I know the guy's 50, about 52 probably. But yeah. Like, yeah, Emmanuel just jumped on him, boy, and they dealt with him. But yeah, main event.
Start says like previous sanction bout involved a improvised shank.
Hey. Yeah. Jaron Ennis. Yeah, now this DAZN thing, I don't know what is going on with this app today.
So he's playing the Undertaker music, walking to the ring.
Oh, why are they all copying O'Hara? Me and Craig was talking about this the other day, about fighters just robbing other fighters' music.
Yeah, but to be honest, there's a bunch of boxers that use the same anyway, so...
I know, like, loads of them use that boom, bad to the bone. I'm like, come on, mate. Allow it. But it's annoying when some people use people's icon. Like when I see boxers try and use all of the lights, I'm like, come on. We know who this belongs to.
This is funny, but they must have thought that they was going to have more time.
They must have, because I saw Boots in the back hitting the foam pads. Shout out to everyone inside. Thank you for coming in. If you are new to seeing our faces, please subscribe to BaseDaKID at the Hardcore Casual and Fight Fan TV Live. Follow the Twitter pages as well. Dani, Glover, FFTV, and Base at the Hardcore Casual, but it's B_A_S_E.
That's right.
Yeah, they're kind of getting these guys out quite kind of quick. It's not even that late over there either, you know.
No, it's about it's about 45.
Yeah. So yeah, really, it's about main event time, to be fair.
Yeah.
It just shows you how different it is when you're watching a Vegas card, though. Because we'd be up for another 3 hours.
Yeah, but the joke and the thing is with that, in Vegas, realistically, the main events are supposed to start like 8:30, 8:45, because they also have to accommodate the East Coast. They don't care about us, but more time than not, they're starting after 9, and the people on the East Coast it's midnight there.
Yeah. Well, Canelo Crawford, that was I woke up for work and they was just in the ring, and that was at 5:40 in the morning.
That was about right. It started about 5:30. They did their ring walks about 5:30.
Yeah, yeah. 5:40 in the morning. I woke up, come downstairs. I thought I'd have missed it. But turned on the TV. They're in the ring. They ain't even like the announcements still going. The announcements going on. So, yes, Jaron boosts Ennis, Jamaica's own.
That's the point. Speaking of Jamaica's own, I need to do a bit more research on Jaron and this as well. Remember the guy I showed you?
Oh yeah, Jamaica. Yeah. I told Gunman to try and find him in Jamaica. He's based out of I think he's in Kingston though.
Yeah, light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Both his wins last year, 2 TKOs. He hasn't had the fight this year though, so hopefully someone can get him some work and we can get to see a little bit more of him.
Yeah, I spoke to him I inboxed him actually. I asked him when is he next out. He said he don't know. I said, yeah, keep me posted, man. You need to keep active.
Yeah, keep an eye on him.
Yeah. I messaged him on Instagram.
Okay.
Lighthouse.
And we did national anthems for an IBO and an interim WBA title. Come on.
This is going to give more credence to Chris Eubank Jr. now with his IBO.
Don't get me wrong, like if they make it official, cool, I'll recognize it, but you can't, as far as I'm concerned, you can't be calling yourself a champion if you're IBO.
No.
Unless you're, to me, it's an accompaniment belt. Like it works alongside the other belts, but by itself, it means nothing.
Yeah. So for me, it's better than the WBU back in the day, but it's still not a 5-belt era belt. It's not one of that. It's not that.
And to be honest, look, if we legitimize the IBO, then we're gonna have to legitimize the Zuffa belt as well. We don't need any more. I'm trying to take belts away, not add belts.
Yeah, to me, I think they need to start reducing.
Exactly that trouble. It's a side dish belt. It's a good accompaniment, but you can't have it by itself.
Yeah, I think you have to look at the most.
I can't lie. The only belts that really mean anything, realistically, is the ring belt, the WBO, and the IBF. Because they're the only ones that actually have any like integrity.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I want to get rid of the one with the belt with the least integrity.
That's the WBA, and that's the first ever belt. But that needs to go because they got all kind of madness there. They got interims, they got golds, they got regulars. Then they got the normal champ. Then they got the super champ when they're connected with other belts. And then they have the regular that then has to do the mandatories instead of the super. Like, forget all that. Get rid of them and get rid of the corrupt WBC as well. I know it's the glamour belt, but get rid of that too.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate.
And you know what? And to be honest, if there's only... I know that it says it gives everyone an opportunity to be a champion, but not everyone deserves to be a champion.
No.
I understand maybe not just having one, unless you have a thing where if you have one belt, if you're the champion, like you must fight 3 times a year minimum. I think that would be fair. You don't, and there's obviously, if it was one belt, all you're ever going to fight is mandatories, or if you get an exemption for a mandatory to fight maybe a different fight or whatever. But even then, I would say if you're a champion, you fight your mandatories. You have 3 fights a year. If you lose the belt, then whoever wins basically has to inherit that mantle. They have to fight 3 times a year. If they can't fight 3 times a year, then they have to vacate the belt. Then the next 2 highest contenders fight for it. If you had to vacate it due to injury or something, then you get the opportunity to have the first crack back at the belt, and just have it rotated like that, and then just keep things active. Now, if you have 2 belts, you can do something a little similar, but having 4 and just having people being able to navigate which route they want to take to a world title just kind of devalues it.
Well, I just think that everyone doesn't deserve to be, and just can't be a world champion at the end of the day. I think what it does is this allows people to skip over fighting for these traditional belts, like their actual national title belts, and Europeans and regional and continental, like continent belts, and they try to go through this like WBA continental, WBO European, this and that, and try and skip the queue to try and just go into these world rankings, when really, because really what it is, I think a lot of them try to avoid certain real danger men, because remember that era now, for instance, in light heavy now, when you had Bivol, Beterbiev, Kovalev as the main 3, and they were 3 Russians, and then you had the 4th man, had he have gone down the European route, would have been Maxim Vlasov. So you would have had to get through Maxim Vlasov, the fourth man of Russia, to even get a European. How much man was really on that? So then really, most fighters would be then stuck in British domesticated level, where they really are, but they cheat code their way through.
Yeah. No, it's true. And it feels like if they had less belts, then it would mean that you have to start taking, not even to say like every fight is going to be hard, because not every fight is going to be like a knockdown drag out, because you might just be levels above who you're fighting, but then you at least have to have the fights. You can't just figure, you have to fight the guy that's ahead of you in the ranking to get to that spot. And once he's at a certain spot, like the person who's number 1, they have to fight someone no lower than the 4th. And then if the 4th is unavailable, then like the 5th highest ranked person is allowed to sort of take the shot. But that's the way the IBF do their eliminator thing, is the way that it should go in the rankings. If you are like, say, the first, if you're between numbers 1 and 3, you can't fight anyone that's lower than 5 in the ranking, or 6 maximum. And then you have to fight that level of guys. You beat them, they drop down, someone else moves up, and it's the same process until you get your title shot.
Yeah.
But you should also have to, again, fight. You should have to fight 3 times a year as a minimum, just in general. And if you miss your slot, then you get dropped down 1 or 2 spots for whatever reason, and then you have to, you come back up, but you can maybe petition to fight someone 2 or 3 slots higher if it's due to injury or something like that. I feel like that would just keep things moving.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because ultimately, every other sport works like that. You have to fight everyone else. And if you, the tennis, the same thing. If you're injured, okay, so you ranking dips for the next tournament, but you obviously get the chance to get back there if you win your bouts. So
tennis was actually the first sport that came in my mind before you even said it. I was thinking
tennis.
That, you have to enter the comps.
Yeah.
To get seeded, you have to enter the comps.
Yeah. So,
like, regardless of who we feel or we know is really the number 1, if you miss your comps, you start going down the rankings, and you'll see number 1 seed is someone you ain't really necessarily heard of, but they've kept on schedule. They've been showing up to work every day, and they haven't had blowouts.
Yeah. Shout out to Beast LFC. Says, what's good, fellas? Honestly, did not know Ennis was even fighting tonight. Oh, I don't know if that's a bad thing, or if that's a problem for the promotion. Not sure where you're from, Because if you're in the States, you should know, but in the UK, I can understand maybe if you didn't. Let us know in the chat.
There we
Round
go.
one's just about to start, I believe.
Yeah, he just Jaron's in the corner.
Okay, so the bell's just rung. Both sent a ring. Lima southpaw. Jaron Ennis has started in orthodox. Tried for a right hand, went onto the gloves of Lima. Lima stepping forward, trying to feint with the front foot. Ennis is circling the perimeter. Step forward, a couple shots there. Misses, well, goes for the overhand right. Don't know if he was really expecting it to land, but he's gone southpaw. Nope, he's back in the orthodox. Tries to shoot to the body. Throws a shot to the body there on the inside. Shoots another one on the inside there. Does Ennis. Poking the jab out. Tries for the right hand lead. He's being a bit wild with some of these shots here in the start of this. Lima's a little bit upright, but he looks like he's got a little spring in his step. Ennis has gone southpaw as well. 1 minute. Oh, nice little body shot there by Ennis. Oh, Lima, he hurt. Oh, he's down already in the first round. Uh-oh. And he jumped up a bit too early there. I think he should have let the legs rest a bit. Hey, that's a problem right there. He's jumped straight back into the fire though. Oh, Ennis is. Oh, the legs are gone.
Yeah, Lima's legs are skinny, you know.
He dropped again. The referee's. Oh, this is no. He's gone up a bit too quick again here. He should have stayed on it, giving himself a count on the floor.
Yeah,
he said he's okay, but he's gone. This is not going to do Ennis's credibility any good if he gets him out of here in the first round. But Lima's still trying to fight him off. Oof, no, the referee's jumped in, says no, and they're throwing the towel as well. Look, I guess in one sense, you can say that this is what you're supposed to do to someone that ain't on your level. But then you also say you ain't supposed to be fighting someone that's this not on your level if you're supposed to be the guy.
But what I will say on that is it's his first fight at the weight. He's fighting a champion. I'm not saying a world champion, a champion. A guy that Aaron McKenna went points with, and I was at York Hall, and he gave Aaron McKenna a really good fight, and we saw what Aaron McKenna did to Liam Smith last time out. I know styles make fights. So for me, this was a solid opponent to make your debut at this weight. But to me, it seems like he caught Lima cold. So I don't think, had he have warmed into it, I feel he could have given a better account of himself. But hey, if you're not there to do overtime, if you can catch a man cold and get him out of there quick, then do what you're doing. But I do think that on paper, Lima was a good opponent. He knocked out some unbeaten guys in a row.
Yeah, but they were the guys from South Africa, and
I know, but
no,
Lima's Angolan.
Jasmine, shout out to you. You've just jumped in, and the fight's over, mate. So, sorry. What I will say though, like obviously it was a good uppercut he threw, but if you remember, he did have Lima in the ring for like 10 minutes while they were still in the back trying to get the ring walk gear together and that. So maybe he did get cold.
Yeah, I think he got caught cold, man, because Lima, to me, I always saw him as a tough person who could take a shot. But
I mean, here's the thing. You could quite well be right. And just I just want to acknowledge Beast LFC says from Costa Rica. So salute to you and thank you very much for so maybe they weren't doing the promotion that there the way they should have been. And he also says I got high expectation of Boots. I want to see Boots fight Ortiz. Okay, fair enough. I get that. Yoda, shout out to you, says Brandon Adams versus Boots is a fight I want next for Boots. That's a good fight. I was actually thinking that fight the other day that Boots could have a fight like that at 154. But Lima, here's the thing. I'm not saying he was a bad opponent. But the main issue with everyone is going to be because no one knows who he is. Like I think Boots had no other choice but to win within like the first 2 or 3 rounds, because if he didn't, they're going to say, well, who's this guy? You're saying, oh, he's a tough, credible guy, but we don't know him. You shouldn't be having a war. But then also they're going to say, you see, you're still putting him in with these guys that are no hopers. He keeps avoiding these quote unquote tough fights to fight these guys that he's leagues above. And then they might start accusing him of doing the Anthony Yard thing.
But the difference is Anthony Yard has not even gone for an IBO or a European.
True. But they would say the method is still similar, because there's been many fights where, Boots has claimed like he wants to fight, but when it comes to signing the contract, something always goes wrong.
Well, we've seen, the big talks is him and Virgil Ortiz next, so surely that should be coming in 2026. I really do hope to see that. The collision.
Yeah, but that fight ain't going to be next. As much as
next.
They say it's going to be, it's going to be Barral. It's going to be Abbas, like, because they're going to be.
You think Abbas Barral's next? Yeah,
that's going to be that'll be his next fight.
What as a Crawford tester?
No, it won't even be a Crawford tester. Abbas Barral, because he's got the belt in it.
Oh yeah, he got elevated.
Yeah. He was the interim. He got elevated when Crawford left the division.
Yes.
So he'll go and get the belt that way.
And then
he might get Ortiz in the ring after that. But the thing is, I also say the same. Ortiz has got a good resume, but Golden Boy definitely are on smoke and mirrors, because they always say that they want their guys they want to make the toughest fights. None of their guys is ever fighting the toughest fights unless they absolutely have to.
Yeah, and also Ortiz, he's had a few funny stoppages. Like this one, at least this was a legit ref jumped in at the right time. But Ortiz, I've seen the ref jump in some mad ways.
Yeah,
especially that there was one in the first round. I was like, hold on a minute, what I got on there? So
that was I think Thomas Delorme.
Yeah. Oh look, they've look. So they've put that little shady, that little phony WBA. So yeah, Barral's next.
That's the interim title right there.
Oh, the interim WBA. They're so crooked.
Speaking of Brandon's, what's going on with Buju Glanton? I need to get him back on the channel. I'll speak to him, because he's still got an answer for his Chris William Smith crimes. I just haven't had a chance to catch him yet.
Well, he apologized. He even said, "Oh, last time out, I made a mistake in England," and he was saying about Marcus Brown was disrespected him, and he made him pay for that. So I'm not sure where him and Marcus Brown's one stemmed from.
I know, it was from sparring. So I think he helped Marcus Brown spar for, it might have been the Better BF fight or something like that.
Okay.
And basically he was Marcus Brown, he said he kind of dismissed him in the sparring, and he was trying to touch gloves and say what's up and thank you for the opportunity and that, and Marcus Brown he said he was very dismissive and disrespectful of him when he was there. So he was like, that's what he had the issue with.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something to do with being a sparring partner, trying to get some and he said, look, I was just coming up in the game, and he treated me like that, so I always remembered it. And Marcus was like, I don't even remember this.
Yeah, I've heard Marcus is a bit arrogant though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brandon made him pay for it there.
Killer Cam says, I'm not impressed you fought a nobody, bro.
Oh, it's a nobody when you deal with him in one round.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. If he had a name at least and people knew who he was, then you could say, all right, cool. Well, when I say people, you know what I mean, like the even sort of the hardcores like yourself, you might know Lima, but you still had to think, oh, where did I remember him from? And then you had to go and do the research. Oh, McKenna and blah blah.
No, I didn't have to do the research because I remember clear as day because I was right. I was working there. because that was the night when Fraser Clark fought Marius Wack.
Was it a nap show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was working there, so that's why I remember it clear as day.
To be honest, I only watched the Fraser Clark fight in that show. I don't think I watched the undercard, so I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because Isaac was on there. He fought that guy. He went points with the guy that Richie Riakpo came back and took out in a couple of rounds. That English shoot. Yeah, I remember. So that's why I remembered Lima, because I remember that's the first time I seen him. I thought, oh, this guy can fight. You know, he's done a really good fight. So I've always remembered him from there. So when they said Lima, I knew straight away. But everyone's not going to have that experience I had, so they're not going to know him. So I understand that.
Okay, so he was saying he wanted to fight Abbas next for the belt, but then he's saying, look, I'll fight Virgil Ortiz next. If you can't get him next, I heard Baby Charlo's been calling me out. He can get it too. You can't fight Charlo. Not after him being out the ring for over 2.5 years, you see, because then that's going to add to the weight that you're being very strategic with who you're fighting.
Yeah, and Charlo's is old in boxing years.
Man like Raf in the building. Salute to you.
Yes. Mr. Elusive 2.0. I sent him the link to watch your Watchalong earlier. The Allen one. Because obviously I was tuning into that because I was at work in it, so I was watching yours and then on the app on my phone just at the same time.
Appreciate it, man.
But it was funny, the commentary, Tony Bellew saying that
he needs to throw more.
No, but he was saying about Janae Boston winning. As soon as Carl Frampton said no, I got Bilal Fawaz winning. Then Tony Bellew, I don't even know how I see this fight.
Yeah, you know Tony's already, as far as I don't like, he's a big company man. He's a great analyst in terms of being able to tell you what's going on in the fight and what people are doing. But he always backs the company guy, or the guy that is the A side, unless it's his best friend.
Yeah. What's Eddie saying?
He's basically just saying, look, he wants Virgil Ortiz next. He'll get destroyed by Jaron Ennis. Like, that's the fight they need to make. Oscar ain't gonna put him in there.
Nah, I think the Sauerland brothers are gonna send their boy in.
Well, the thing is, he's a free agent now, apparently.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Eddie said we haven't had any talks about him signing, but we have obviously had a couple of preliminary talks about possibly doing that fight in the future. But I reckon Eddie will sign, even if it's a sign him to like a 1-fight deal or a 2-fight deal. Say, okay, well, you lose this one, we'll give you like a comeback and then maybe have an option on you after that. But
yeah, but I think they'll do it with they'll ask Callie and Nissa for the blessing first though, or have it like a joint venture. But since they did bring him in the game, well, they brought him to notoriety.
Yeah, I hear it.
So, and because Eddie and him are friends, I don't think Eddie would do, one of them ones. Like with Ben, with Shalom, he's just like, yeah, I'm jacking you. I'm jacking your team. But with Nissi, and they're actually brethren like Callie and Eddie, so they'd be a bit more more integrity with the side.
I mean, I hear it, but free agent is free agent, so
Yeah, but it's like I think Eddie will probably tell him, yeah, we got to do this as a joint thing.
No, I hear it. But yeah, well, pretty quick night for us.
Yeah,
not bad
at all. That lady's the lady's the cut man, isn't it? Cut woman.
Yeah, because she normally works with Cruz.
Yeah. Oh, just as you thought that man was going too wide,
Oh, that nice little shot on the inside there was One thing I will give Boots, he is able to find his way around the guard, especially when he throws the doubles. The first one lands and the second one it's like the first one pushes it out the way, and before you have time to bring it back, the second one comes in.
Yeah, and he hits you just there.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're all happy in Philly. Anyway, I think we both need to get some rest, especially if we gotta go do a fight talk later on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave.
Wait, October will be so lovely, refreshed.
No, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up the stream just so it's on there. Then she can obviously add everything later because she still don't know how to use EV yet. But yeah, I'll set it up now. Say it's fresh for later, and if I get a chance, I will jump on. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this very short watch along, which neither of us are complaining about because it's late. And I've got to take this dog out in about 3 hours, so I need my rest. Yeah, Dani, anything you want to say before we jump off?
Just thank you for tuning in. I know it's late, but much appreciated for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed Base's live watch along from earlier because he's been doing a big shift. He done the live watch along for the Sheffield card as well. So if those of you watching this, make sure you watch the playback of that on BaseDaKID at the Hardcore Casual. Also, be sure to tune into Fight Talk Live at 6 p.m. today, technically. So, and yeah, just make sure you subscribe to the channels Fight Fan TV Live and BaseDaKID at the Hardcore Casual. Also, subscribe, follow on Twitter X, Dani Glover FFTV, and Base the Hardcore Casual B_E_S_E.
B_A_S_E. But don't worry, I'll let you off on that one.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the hype button as well on both the channels, whichever one you're watching on. And everyone who is tuned into the Twittex, jump over to the YouTube and leave your comments just so we can see you and acknowledge you in the chat. But until next time, thank you very much. We out.